Now, feelings of helplessness, vulnerability, loss of safety, and a loss of control can leave a child traumatized. Well, these experiences have the potential to leave psychological scars, resulting in consequences ranging from mild to severe, passive to active. For Inspire Jamaica, Curlin puts a name to the disorder.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can.
Children and complex trauma. As the book suggests, there are so many variations to trauma. Trauma being an emotional shock that creates substantial, lasting damage to an individual's psychological development. But this author, Chuck Geddes, has dedicated his book to all the parents who work so hard to care for children who have come from such difficult places. Difficult places like being rejected. And one of the answers to that is secure attachment. Now, because secure attachment or bonding is characterized by feelings of trust and safety in relationships, for children to develop secure attachment, they need to be raised in an environment where they feel protected and seen.
Bonding really from the psychological perspective speaks about attachment. And so that is the period, and generally it spans the life of a child, especially in the earlier years. It's very, very important. And sometimes after a mother would have a child, the doctor would say, ensure that you breastfeed. And it's not, breastfeeding is important, but it's the warmth, that closeness, which is very, very integral for the child and the child's development and feeling a sense of security and a sense of trust.
So, take for example, here in Jamaica, we have children who are in state care. They are obviously deprived of that sort of attachment.
In our program, we find that, and we have said it, that the best place to raise a child is within families. And hence why we have gotten involved in foster care. So our aim is really to recruit parents who are persons who have a lot of love to give. And so it's not just any regular parent. And so when the child is placed into that environment, we want to ensure that the environment is safe. The person is willing to treat the child as their own. And that's very, very important. And sometimes what happens though, because the parent that we would have recruited in this season would not have had the child from the child was a baby, or when the child was born, or when the child was growing in the womb. So therefore, sometimes that missing component is there for the child.
And we realize that there's so many things that we would overlook simply because we didn't get it the first time around.
Because our parents are not perfect, there are usually some things that we miss out on. And generally, we have to continue to develop as an individual. And what a child does, and especially biological or otherwise, it helps to draw attention to those areas that really were not solidified in our lives. And sometimes we have to get to the point of changing ourselves, working on ourselves to help us to become better, so that we can also become better parents and have more love overflowing through us to the child, so that they also can become a healthy person in society.
I am Curlin Brown. Let's continue to inspire Jamaica.
Shout and touch somebody's hand.